Today you will learn: how does Arthur Daniel play Defensive Polish Master 2009? Medium pimples are better for defensive or offensive? How to vary a defensive game, a few tips. How to improve close-to-table play using short pimples, a few options.
This video is a preview about the newest rubber from Spinlord, the Orkan. This rubber is a fast semi-long pimple out rubber, which will be available in two different versions, with hard pink sponge and soft silver sponge. Actually, the pink sponge is the same sponge as we already use for Varan 2. This version is best for advanced players. The silver sponge is an improved version of the sponge of Varan. This version is suitable for all players. Orkan is more dangerous than our previously released pimple out rubbers, but still has much power for fast attacks. We hope you will like it. Orkan will appear on market around December.
Polish 2009 champion shows how to play using pimples out rubber. Artur says, "I'm a very offensive player. Through all of my career I use fast blades and offensive pimples in rubbers. Defensive is for me a great fun. Sometimes in a tournament I use pimples out rubber. Using it I can win a match even with second league player. Remember, it is not my native style. This kind of skill I can trade on training young players. There is not a lot of defensive players who characterizes by a good technique. Thanks to that I can carry a full training of a young player. Practices under my eye are varied and engaging. Playing pimples out rubber is a good skill for sure. I carried a few practices using a new rubber. I consider the Spinlord Orkan as an attention worth rubber. Matches good with trends of the modern table tennis. In a defensive play, changing sides of a bat cheats the opponent. In this aspect the silver sponge proves better. Ball gets more noise. The opponent gives a higher ball more often, then we can end. The rubber with a harder sponge is more stable. We get less noises but better control. Passing is good and with a too strong backspin. If we turn the bat, we can surprise the opponent. Half volley is not simple as that. It requires such a skill. I can say the control is not very high but the effect on the table is satisfactory. Our opponent does mistakes often. If somebody is looking for a rubber with lot of noises close to the table, the Spinlord Orkan seems to be adequate. The softer sponge one seems to be a bit better playing half volley. block using Orkan is hard to do. Ball flies long and flat. We have to have a very good feeling the ball to do it. However, if we can do it, the opponent is finished. Game on a harder sponge is more stable. Blocking is though for an opponent. Attack he can repeat max 2 times. Third ball flies 2, extinguished. We can name it, it's a destructive game. Receiving the services is good. Every ball we push hard forward. The toughest element is receiving backspin. It requires from us to play this rubber for a while to do this element proper. In other types of a serve, the receive is satisfactory from the very first ball. The softing the hard sponge gave similar effect when serve receiving. We have to do strong, dynamic move in order the ball hit the table. Setting a proper angle is important as well. In this case, more important from a sponge is the surface. Both surfaces are the same. Orkan proves well in second zone. Ball flies flat and can cause troubles. Soft sponge likes light and spinny top spins. It's hard to counter fast balls. After all, as a 1/8mm sponge it does a good job. On hard sponge the Orkan does a good job as well. In second zone ball flies flat and very uncomfy for the opponent. It is rather a rubber made for this element. On a thinner sponge it will be even better. In a new season, I think it will be a weapon of people playing this style. Playing forehand is ever harder than backhand. It suits more for backhand. Playing forehand causes issues for opponent but for us as well. I would compare it to Dunlop ping pong with blue sandpapers. Technique in this case is similar. We have to put the bat under the ball to hit the table. Playing softer sponge seems to be easier and more repeatable this element. Playing harder sponge requires putting more force. It's harder to do at the same time. It doesn't forgive mistake if we didn't read the rotation. Remember, subscribe and hit the bell if you want to get notifications. Thank you for watching our work. All the time I'm trying to enhance the materials. If you want to, you can write in comments what you would like to see next time.